Welcome back and thank you for tuning in to the Live and Five show, where we have been living life for 10 years. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Novali. An Islamic militant group, Boro Haram, abducted approximately 40 boys and young men.
We might be getting some fog today. We'll find out that and lots more in a second.
Yesterday, the Los Angeles Lakers played against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'll tell you the scores and highlights about that game coming up.
Woody, Buzz, and the rest of the toys are back in their new movie, Toy Story 4.
Robotics engineer Park Jong-oh and a team of researchers have invented a nanobot that fights cancer.
Find that out and more after the break.
Little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
Martin Luther King Jr. was a hero and a legend. He inspired many Americans. He was a teacher who taught equality. He was a man who fought for civil rights for every race. Martin Luther King Jr. will always be remembered to all. In his short life, Martin Luther King was instrumental in helping us realize and rectify those unspeakable flaws that were tarnishing the name of America. The events that took place in and around his life were earth-shattering, for they represented an America that was hostile and intolerant. So this month we offer this special tribute in honor of the great African-American hero, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Hey man, where'd you get that?
I got it at the studio store for 49 bucks, but you better get it quick because they're selling out.
Oh, cool.
2 yearbook left, only the $49.
Yeah, yearbooks? Yeah, good enough. You change.
We have no more yearbook, I'm sorry.
You're not one of us anymore.
You with us now.
One of us now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back.
It's time for the Tetzlaff play-by-play.
The Tetzlaff will be holding an art contest today until next Friday. The theme for this year is building peace at home, in school, on the internet, or the community. Submit your artwork before school, during nutrition, or after school to Mr. Hamamura in room 304. All participants will receive front of the lunch line passes and will have individual prizes for first, second, and third places. For more details, see Mr. Hamamura or the yellow flyer that was passed out about the art contest.
The studio store is closed during lunch and is open after school. Students will be able to make purchase for anything in the store only after school.
All right, Trojans, in today's Action Reaction segment, David shares with us about the game.
Good morning, Trojans. It's Davey here with another weekly gaming review. This week's game, we will be covering the top-selling game FIFA 15.
Minutes to play at any time. This is the chance. And is this the moment for them? Saved it! Well, that's top-class goalkeeping.
Wow, what a game. This game will feature great players such as Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and many more. Did you know that the FIFA 15 was developed in Canada? Well, that's all the time we have for today. We'll see you here next week.
Thank you, David. That's it for the play-by-play at Tetzlaff.
Make sure to check out our Facebook page at Live and 5 Show to follow up on our stories.
We'll be right back after the break.
Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929. He was a great wise person who worked for racial equality and civil rights in the USA. Martin experienced racism at an early age. His mother taught him how to read before he started school. He was an excellent student. In 1948, he graduated from Morehouse College. He earned his doctoral degree a few years after he married Coletta Scott. In 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. said his memorable speech, "I Have a Dream." His speech is now declared a national holiday on January 15th.
A U.S. airplane leaving San Francisco to Hong Kong was delayed on January 11th because 13 flight attendants were worried about a menacing drawing that had a smiling face and then a devilish face and words that read, "Bye-bye." These flight attendants refused to fly because they assumed it was a terrorist attack. Grace Slam, one of the flight attendants, stated that they did not want to fly unless there was a security check. The flight attendants wanted all 300 passengers to get off the plane and have the airplane run a security check for any possible explosives on the aircraft. They also refused to fly because they were not comfortable with the airport security check. The airline had made their own check before anyone had came on board, and they had reported that there were no signs of explosives and determined that it was safe to fly. They also know that while the pilots were flying, they had no problems. The flight attendants were fired for delaying the flight, so the flight attendants are filing a complaint because they believed that they were wrongfully fired.
An Islamic militant group, Boko Haram, abducted approximately 40 boys and young men from ages 10 to 23. 200 other women were kidnapped previously in a village called Malari in Borno, Nigeria. When Boko Haram came to the village on December 31st, they were packed with rifles. The men and women were taken toward the Simbisa forest. The men were taken toward the Simbisa forest. This was confirmed by one of the hostages who managed to escape. Information of the abduction was difficult for many people since Boko Haram demolished a power line that connects to the cell phone towers, causing poor communication. Another 200 girls from Chibuk, a village near Malari, were abducted in April. Another village, Doran Baga, had reports of at least 97 women and men that were abducted in August. Some people that were abducted have been seen dead or wounded, and some have escaped. Time now to check in with Arnell on today's entertainment report. Good morning, Arnell.
Good morning, Caleb. Some people thought that Toy Story 3 was the happy ending of the trilogy, but now Toy Story 4 is blowing a lot away. Toy Story 3 ended with the heartbreaking scene of Andy going off to college and giving the toys to Bonnie, a young family friend. Toy Story 4 will pick up where they left off and include a love story. The movie opens up a new chapter of how they will live without Andy in the toys' lives. Lasseter, one of the directors, said, quote, "We love these characters so much. They are like family to us," end quote. Many fans are excited that it is coming out and will be a perfect continuation. But some fans think that Toy Story was a perfect ending and should not be. Find out for yourself when the toys return on June 16th. Let's see what's going on in the world of weather. Good morning, Sammy.
Good morning, Arnell, and good morning, Tetzlaff Trojans. All right, now it's time for the weather. Right now in Los Angeles, it's currently 52 degrees, moving north into Seattle, 46 degrees. Now, as we move east, it's getting colder, with Minneapolis being 28 and Oklahoma the same. Now, as we move east into the northeast in New England, New York will be 35 degrees. Moving south into Miami, the hot point of the nation, 65 degrees. All right, now it's time for the 5-day forecast. Tomorrow and Sunday will be the hot point of the week with 77 degrees. Tuesday being the low point with 70 degrees. Today, tomorrow will be sunny. Sunday, partly cloudy, and the rest of the day is cloudy. All right, now it's time to toss it to the pool with Avery. Good morning, Avery.
Thank you, Sammy, and good morning. Today we have Maya with us. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for coming on the show today. This week we challenged you with the question, should Tetzlaff bring back woodshop? Here's what you said.
Should woodshop be brought back to Tetzlaff?
No.
Why do you think that?
I think it's because it might be a little dangerous for the kids who might be doing woodshop.
Yeah. Why do you think that?
Because it would help us with like life lessons on how to build things.
I think Tetzlaff should bring out woodshop so the students have more of an option of what elective they should choose.
No, not really. Who should teach the woodshop class?
Well, I really think it should be Mr. Hamamura.
Why do you say that?
Because he has a good outlook on how to make designs and how to build things out of wood.
Mr. Hamamura.
A teacher who knows how to work tools.
Should Tetzlaff bring back woodshop?
Yes, because then we'll be able to work with like tools that we don't really use every day.
I think they should bring back woodshop so then they could help the students build things.
Disadvantages would be?
So the disadvantages will be like getting hurt, and maybe not a lot of people would want to be in that elective.
Kids getting their fingers cut off or something like that, and kids like messing around, because some kids mess around and then they get hurt, and that'd probably take it away.
Should Tetzlaff bring back woodshop?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
So we would have more opportunities in our electives.
Yes, because like when you're an adult, if something happened to your house, maybe you can remember back from today that you learned something from woodshop.
What would be the advantages of having woodshop here? Well, some people think it's fun, but if I probably asked somebody, they wouldn't say no, but that's just my opinion. And the disadvantages would be, it's not safe at all. What would be the advantages of woodshop?
The advantages of woodshop would be learning to use wood, how to use it properly, how to use it properly for later on in life.
Here are the results for this past week's poll. 75% of you said yes, while 10% of you said no. Another 15% of you guys said other. Our new question is, should students be able to go to their lockers during lunch? We want to hear from you. Be sure to visit us online at Live in 5 Show to vote. Send your comments to webpoll at liveinfiveshow.com. And if it's good, we'll read it on the air. So Maya, do you think we should be able to bring our backpacks to lunch? And then go to our lockers during lunch?
Yeah, because like what if you forget something at lunch and you have to go back? Like you should be able to.
Smart answer. Well, again, thanks for coming on the show today.
Yeah.
Now let's see our sports report with Christian in the Live in 5 locker room.
Thank you, Avery. So yesterday, the LA Lakers played against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kobe Bryant scored 19 points with 17 assists. Jordan Hill also scored 20 points. LeBron James had 36 points, and Kyrie Irving scored 22. The Cavs beat the Lakers 109-102. Another sporting news. Oh, well, that wraps it up for sports. Time now to check out your daily 411.
Thank you, Christian. Sorry. Today's 411 question is, where was Martin Luther King Jr. born? Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Los Angeles, or Hollywood? Take 5. The correct answer is Atlanta. He was born Michael Luther King, but rather he has changed his name to Martin.
Robotics engineer Park and a team of researchers at Chatham National University developed the effect of chemotherapy, which is the treatment of cancer by the use of chemical substances. The solution is a nanobot that can attack cancer cells by carrying the non-toxic salmonella molecules that find the cancer and implant cancer-fighting drugs. Cancer treatment is continuing to enhance, and the answer to improvement is a nanobot. That wraps up the Daily Live in 5. We'll see you back here